Hello guys, here it's Mr. Blackout, and today we're gonna get on with a new playthrough. Minecraft ain't doing it for me anymore. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, this is called Surviving Mars Relaunch, and the game's actually pretty interesting. You gotta make the planet green, as well as have politics in the actual game itself. So as you can see, I've been playing. Let's just get into it. Like, why not? So it's gonna bring up an interface when it loads. With ships inventory like here when it wants to load. So this is how we're gonna play the game. So hints are off. Blah blah blah. And this is all we're gonna get just to start off with. So let's go to Mars. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select our own position. So I'm just gonna let Mars just rotate up a little bit. I feel we just go where we normally go then. This means Meteor's gonna be just a pain. So off the bat,
to Mars.
there's a few mods that are playing. I'll screenshot them for you, so you can see what is actually in the game. So I feel like here is our option right now. No, over here, please. So I feel like here's our option because we got that, we got water, and we've got metals around as well. So if I place this bad boy, I don't know, here, just in the center for now, so the drones can actually reach around. So we've got research, we've got money, we have to keep these all topped up, everything here, practically from here up to these 9. We have to keep them topped up constantly. This is the ball lake. So the mod I'm using is called RX.
No active research.
So it gives us a few things that obviously we have to research. But let's just get the basic stuff done for now. Let's just get them done. So when we first land, what we want to do is we got a self-sufficient dome. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right here. And then what I'm going to do is drone hub. Place it right next to there. And if we come to the power, we have an advanced Stirling generator. So just going to place it right next to this for now. So then that's that. But then obviously we've got atmosphere, temperature, water, and vegetation that we all have to get to 100%, by the way. And this is the fun part. So let's get the exploration, let's scan the anomaly, speed up the game.
A building has stopped working.
So it'll say no power, no power, no power. But if we give it a sec, it'll have power. As you can see. Right.
Milestone completed.
Let's open that. So automatically what's going to happen is we're going to be storing water, we're going to be storing oxygen. So it's not too bad. Right. So research your elevator is just to go underground basically. But we can't really get the technology for that stuff yet. But we're going to build another dome so we can come over here anyway. So that's not a problem. So let's start scanning. So the base game allows you to scan 10. I've got a mod
Research complete.
that allows you to scan everything basically. So what I'm going to do is just leave it there. So we complete the research. Let's get the load tunnel and then we'll get the vegetation. But realistically, engineering, we want a beeline real quick. So in this dome, what I want is actually no. This mod gets us to see RX residential spiral. Can we do it? Not quite yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over to production. Yeah, we've got loads of buildings, but you'll see soon. So if we place him there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a concrete, one there and one there. I'm also gonna get a large dumping site right here.
We
You'll see why.
discovered unusual.
Yeah, thank you. I want to get set up before we start really listening to them type of stuff. What I'm gonna do is build that to there, and then that to there. So this will branch off into that. That'll branch off into that. We could possibly get. No, we're not gonna do it just yet. So we're gonna let all this build up quickly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this guy to go and gather some stuff. Let's get a universal one here, just for now, so we can get everything out of this rocket.
Heavy drone workload.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send another cargo rocket down, 50 of each. Right, there's that. And then what I want is another drone hub, oil refinery. Actually, no, I want moisture vaporizer, whatever you want to call it. And I think I've left the game option on quick launch. It was in part of my mess around, so okay, cool. These are like the random events that you get as well. So while this is building, that's research. What we're gonna do is, well, while that's coming down, I should say, let's get the residential spiral there. This bad boy can land now. Put him there. So now we're producing concrete. Everything's gonna go into here for now. But what I want to do is I want to get another one. Same again. Apart from we're gonna go 30. Right, and then what we need to do is get small, and this. So we'll start producing stuff basically. Let's get a couple of these bad boys. Let's get a drone hub and a couple of drones just to go with. So while that's coming down, this has got all of our stuff that we need on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these off for now while we start to get building stuff. So we've got another drone hub. I'm going to place this drone hub. I don't know actually. We're going to wait for some of these to actually research first, or search up, before we actually do bother doing that. Let's put this guy here. Don't crush the drones. Right, so let's move this bad boy over here, so we can help out with like the load and everything. Let's actually put him up here. Yeah, so he covers everything now. Right, that should help with the drones. With this now, what I want to do is replace this bad boy there and this bad boy there. Let's get some pipes. Let's connect it all up. I'm gonna want some power coming out of this direction. Right, and then I want some power coming over here. So this is for water. And then I suppose what we could do is we could do a break off like that. And then place you there, maybe? Boom. So Soul 10, what we'll do is we'll bring some...
session open.
Okay, we've got cancel actually. We'll get back to that 4. So obviously everything you do you have to persuade people to get. So what I'm going to do is extra scanning. So let's negotiate this out.
Vote passed.
Let's do that. So we should have went to China first. So
New
these
faction
Europeans.
opportunity.
Right, let's just unload everything, please. Right, unload these. We've got plenty now. Metal. Let's grab some more. And you come back. What I might do is put a drone hub on the end of this. Nah, it's not worth it. Right, we'll hold this for now. So you got polymers down here as well, so alright. My main goal was to try and get this up and running. So if we come over to here, we've got an automated one there. So let's just place that bad boy there. Don't need no people to go and work in it, which is the upside to it. So if I do that, and what I'll do is I'll get another dome here, connect them over, boom, done, sorted.
Sector scan.
So this is going to cost us machine parts at the moment. What I do want to get up and running is, where I am, this. Because this is going to be our way to sending all these back, basically. Yeah, they produce fuel on their own, but it's not as quick. So at the moment, the drones are going out, they're collecting different materials, blah, blah, blah. They're going out of their range, actually. Or it might be this. No, it's this guy here. So they're bringing in metal anyway, so that's not too bad. You're nearly full. So at the moment we've got a decent amount of concrete going in. How much do you need? 120. So we're getting there. We are really getting there. So are you going to be built? We need concrete on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prioritize this and this. So then we can send one rocket back. So let's get this built. Easily built quickly. We need this running soon as possible.
Faction promise kept.
I'm going to leave this like
Research
that
complete.
for now. So at the moment, drones constructed hubs maximum of 80. So we're going to need that really for now. So let's get that researching. So we're currently building that. Let's go and build a little section where actually we can do that, can't we? Let's bring some piping down here. Let's also come in back inside production, and we can go one there and one there. So that's going to be our first things that we actually really want to build. So we can build these as well as these, but that's probably the better one. But this will expand in the area because they're only 3x3, so we'll see how that goes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build that there. Then I want a little fountain in the middle. So that should do all the comfort and everything so far. But then obviously we've got to wait because we're not producing actually any resources just yet. So once this is built and this is built, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down to like that. Leave that on 3. You're going to be on 4, so I'm going to put you down to 3 as well. So now we're producing the precious ores, the what they call now, rare metals. So now we're producing rare metals. I didn't sign the
Council session open.
no. But anyway, so the next thing that we're gonna go for. So now it's green. It's like done. So let's get an increase in research.
Vote passed. New faction opportunity.
And the next one, what we'll do is we'll produce less. Well, sorry, we'll get a new faction idea, should we say. Promise. Right, producing one. That's considering the radius of each of us, that's why. So this one's going to be reducing a lot better. Whereas this one is not going to be because it's quite close to it. So let's grab one more. Let's grab 3 of these. Drone hub. A couple of these bad boys. I want a couple of orbit probes. Drones. We just do this until we run out of capacity. There we go. Let's launch that bad boy. Right, some of these now should be on their way. So what I'm going to do is prioritize him. So we'll get fuel first because we've only got one more rocket. I thought you were building. Okay, cool. So there's that. So now we've got rock consumption is 0. Let's land you over
Sector
here.
scan. Anomaly found.
Let's unload all these metals quickly. Let's go back out to there.
Faction promise kept.
Let's keep on going. Build an apartment. I'm not building an apartment. I want to build this bad boy. So there's our residential stuff. So let's grab this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take away all of these. What I'm going to do is come into floors. I don't want no floors. The only thing I do want is, I think it's parks. I want genius, fit. Don't really care about them. Nerd, sexy. So these are the only ones I want. So I need. We'll grab 6 scientists, and the rest are just going to be engineers. Right, let's launch that. So when this lands now, it's going to be ready to just go. So let's come over here. Let's get a water, vapor, whatever, over here. Let's grab another one. Because you can't have them touching. This is the annoying part about it. So, its area can't be in the same area as something else. So I'm just going to do that. Bring you in like that, and then you like that. So there's that. So you should produce in 1. You're producing 1. And obviously these are 0.6s. So let's send you off.
Research complete. Milestone.
Right, how many days you got up there? 112. Be alright. So let's get terraforming because we're gonna need it. So we have certain generators and jet propulsion. So we're producing metals quite nicely.
A building has stopped working.
So engineers. Put you in there. Let's do that. Then these will share out between them. What I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna put a grocery store in, just so they can't really moan for now. So obviously at the moment they're gonna be saying, "Oh, I want this, I want that." We'll give it to them soon. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is go to storage. I don't want a universal. I want
Full
food.
of hope and determination.
Thank you. I want food storage. All here. Just for now. Right. So, from the looks of it, water we are definitely fine. So we can get a medium storage tank, which we can just do that. And then we can get a medium oxygen tank, which I'm going to do is that.
A building has
Separate
stopped
them a bit.
working. Council session open.
So it's a cancel session.
Research complete.
Research. Let's get that. So the next legislation, we're not going to go for founder just yet. So I want extra applicants.
Vote passed.
So we passed that vote.
Dust
See,
storm
this is what does my
approaching.
head in, like new dome or building that hydro farm, that, this. Like no. We built enough stuff to last us. Right, unload that now. Right, come back out here. Start grabbing stuff, really. So at the moment, we don't have a...
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Paul brought some probes down with me. There they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probe
Sector
that,
scan.
probe that.
Anomaly found.
So we have got rare metals quite elusive around us. So let's grab this bad boy. You go and scan that. And then I'm going to scan this after that and then come back over here. Actually, no, go there. Because the rocket took it, yeah. Right, so I'm going to turn that off for you. What I'm going to do is actually go place polymer there, electronic there, and machine parts there. So now it's started loading everything from these two ships, because this one's ready to go off, but it's not going to do it. This one will be ready soon. This one's just landed, so is that one. And then we can start storing up our fuel. So, dust storm. What I'm going to build is it's one of these, and then connect the pipe like that. What I might want to do is just connect over,
Research
just
complete.
like that. So then everything's all connected. So we can get fundraising. We don't want the fundraising just yet. What I'm going to start to do is I'm going to get with these now. So advanced fueling. Let's get the solar, because this solar generator, this will probably do better.
Heavy
in
drone
the
workload.
meantime. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this bad boy over here. We can actually upgrade these now. So let's
We've
do that.
analyzed material from the anomaly, and it completely validates our hypothesis on abiogenic petroleum.
So there's people in here. Good. So we're producing stuff we actually need so far. So what we've got to do is we've got to wait. So obviously this all stops, which is annoying. Where are you? It's a fundraiser. So we've got to wait 7 more souls, basically 8 souls. So 7 or 8 days now until we can have people back in. So 1 more hour, everything will come back on, that's fine, these are fine. They'll start panicking, but they'll be alright. There we go, everything's now working. We're producing water quite rapidly. Are we doing oxygen? So I feel like we just need 1 more Molex.
The colonists are on the brink of dehydration. We,
Oh my,
until today,
they're really not. So we can get like cough valves and everything like that, which are pretty decent. So they're not on the brink, they are literally, yeah. So now this is
A building
working,
has
it's going to
stopped
also,
working.
yeah, it's that, mate. So this is fully going for it now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come over to here, make this.
Council
Let's
session
get a
open.
fuel depot just here. So you can click on a pipe, but you can't click on electricity. That's what I see. So I'm going to send that now.
Orphan drones. Research complete.
So let's go back to research. Some Martian vegetation, sufficient lighting. Nice, but we're not going to use it just yet. Drone swarm. We're going to save this research slot for this. So let's go back to our council. What we can do is, can we negotiate this? No. Can we get that? So basically, you just unlock more stuff. Basically, so at the moment we're doing quite well with stuff that we need, so we're doing all right. Is there anything?
Heavy drone workload.
So we got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Got enough concrete here. We can't do the deep mine one. But we've also got meteors coming through. So what I want to do is I want to get a lot of water stored, a lot of oxygen stored. Power won't be too bad. So let's get them going. We have a few more souls left, and we can bring people back. So I'll be back once this is over and we start actually really popping up, building
Planetary
everything.
anomaly found. Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Right, so we were at the founders bit. We've got another landing of a load of engineers and a couple of botanists, just so we get stuff like this going. So our scientists should go into here. Engineers should go into the respective buildings. So there's all this sorted then.
Faction promise broken.
Yeah, that's all I sorted now. Now we're actually producing the stuff that we actually really need. Obviously it's not up to what we need. So to mitigate that, let's go back to this. Get a load of engineers. And a couple of botanists.
Heavy drone workload.
So here comes the other one. So this here goes into the
A
underworld
building has stopped
where it
working.
loads. And you can find different stuff in there. So let's go back to the overworld.
Mission goal completed.
Right, send you off now. I want you to do that. What we're going to start doing is so we got a basic dome, which is going to be like a research dome. So we need to relog a sec. So
A building has stopped working.
right, so when we go into the underground, for some reason it
Council
bugs
session
out.
open.
It doesn't matter. So let's come over to here. Let's get this powered. This powered. Even though we don't need to power it, 'cause the way we're going to do this now is
Milestone failed. Sector scan.
going to be like this. And what we do is build it in like that, build that one into like that, and then we've got a little hub for them. But what I will be doing is taking water up to there like that, and water in like that.
A building has stopped working.
So now this is all done, what we can do is build another residential. Because we're in the research bit, what I'm going to do is stack this full of research homes. Just like that. You come in here, a fountain in the middle of them all. Obviously when this is now built, eventually, but But what I'm going to start doing is come over here. We can get these type of refineries. So just take power. I'm going to place it over there. Where can I place it? Suppose do 2 of them, maybe? Yeah, 2 of them. So we're producing metals, producing that, we're producing concrete. So at the moment we're not producing any metals, which is the downside to it. So we just gotta keep on sending him out for now. So now this is powered. We don't want it to store much, to be brutally honest with you. But I don't know how this actually really works. So we'll figure it out eventually. Right, now that's built. What I'm going to do is build that to there. That to there. This is a mod as well where I can connect it in any point as well. So like here. I could do that if I wanted to. But obviously it won't work. What do these do? Lone life sport doesn't need to connect to water oxygen. Oh man. That's quite expensive, so I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do is, though, I'm going to place a drone up here. Just to kind of balance out this area.
Heavy drone workload. Milestone fail.
So you're nearly empty, which is quite helpful. Right, M2 of them now. Right, so once these will build,
Sector
that's
scan.
that. But what I'm going to do is come back next episode and we can then go from there. So we've got 2 domes. We're partially filled on 1. And we got children. So realistically, we need to start getting stuff like playground stuff in. Like that. Let's get school in.
Research complete.
Come on, game. I don't want a medical post. I want an actual medical. We can start doing stuff then. Put that in there, and then that's that dome practically done now. So we shouldn't need any more. So let's leave it here, and we'll come back in the next episode, guys. And we'll be ready to go for the next base expansion and understand what this underground
Heavy
bit
drone
does.
workload.
So, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.